What we know is that Colin's protest was affirmed most recently by the actions in Charlottesville. So white supremacists have the right to protest and to freedom of expression, but the NFL punishes Colin for saying, please see us, let us live, let us be free? Colin was brave for taking a knee. Are we not brave enough to stop watching the NFL? Are we not brave enough to stop attending the games? Are we not brave enough to stop wearing the gear? August 23rd at NFL headquarters was just the beginning. The time is now. The power is in our hands. Resist, y'all.
I would like to pitch you a new show about Black teenagers. Think 90210 or Gossip Girl for Black kids. Maybe called Ladera Heights 90041. It could be Potomac, Maryland 20854. That's the real shit. My main character would be Lil Richie. He's, young Black rich teen. He's tired of the access and the excess. Lil Richie, I'm so tired of being rich. There's more to me than this. Bars. I just created a song. That's the theme song. I would definitely have a hoe character who's always on her hoe shit. Just thirsty. No goody goodies over here. Not in this show. And nobody was watching 90210 for Tori Spelling. I don't think since I said like a Moesha have we followed the lives of Black teens. So where's our Gossip Girl? This Gossip Girl is Black bitch. How about that? That's the tagline.
Look, by no shape, form, or fashion, or by any means is Charlottesville perfect. We have racial inequities that we're dealing with, affordable housing. We got a lot of history that we have to work to correct, but it's still a place that I love because it really raised me. So yeah, I'm not going to say I'm proud of the tweets, but I'm proud of the city that helped me grow into the man I am today.
Sure.
And I'll never tell any young person to be ashamed of their past, because who's to say that you can't grow to be even bigger and better than Dr. West Bellamy, right? I want you to be, and your past doesn't define you. Your future defines you, the decisions you make. And this city helped me out. So I talk about the tweets all day, and I love Charlottesville, man. And I'm not going to allow any more of these clowns to come here and think that they can just take over or dictate what we do. I know a lot of it is personal. I've been called every kind of N-word, as I'm sure you've probably received the same thing, all kinds of death threats and everything else. But these dudes don't just scare anybody. They don't deter us from doing the work. We got work to do. And if we weren't doing the work the right way, they wouldn't be so upset.
It's absurd that people who help save lives aren't paid enough to make ends meet. A hospital worker in Chicago earns, guess what? $9.08 an hour. The average hospital CEO makes $386,000 per year. The real money is at the top. It's crazy what's going on. When you and I go to a hospital, we expect the highest standard of care. Don't we owe those workers a living wage in return? That's why, this Labor Day, hospital workers are calling for higher wages and the right to join together in unions. The jobs of the 21st century aren't in factories anymore. They're at hospitals. When workers join together and can collectively bargain with hospitals, they can create good living wage jobs.
So their game is to say there are only 10 jobs in the United States. Look at unemployed African American male youth. Those 5 jobs that are open should go to them. And it's the immigrants' fault that those jobs aren't available. And what they're trying to do is play our communities against each other rather than ask the question of what are we doing to create 20 jobs and why can't everybody win in America? And why are white nationalist organizations deciding the narratives that pit communities of color against each other? And so I'm so glad you bring that up. It is a very specific strategy of theirs to try to make the African American community and the Latino community believe that they're in competition of limited resources. And the reality is that there's more than enough for everybody to win. They're just trying to define a game and pit each other against each other.
I'm a journalist, so should I pretend that Colin Kaepernick didn't kneel? Should I act as if Greg Popovich does not openly discuss his hatred of the president? Should I just act as if LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade didn't take the stage at the ESPYs to not only show a sign of unity, but make their own statement about where they felt we were as a country? Should I act like they're not saying these things? Because these aren't marginal athletes saying these things. We're talking about the biggest names in sports. And that's a sports story. And this idea that sports has always been devoid of politics is a lie. The same person that will tell me to stick to sports will also say Muhammad Ali was a great sports figure. What's the difference? The difference is now you know Muhammad Ali is right. So when we're talking about Colin Kaepernick because you don't believe in the issue or you don't have as much investment in it, it's easy to rail against him now.